Welcome back to On Brand Thought Leaders. I'm here with Gianni, the owner of Girls Socially. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. I'm so excited to hear all about owning your own business, especially in the ever-changing sphere of influencer marketing. So I'd love to hear all about how you got started and some of the obstacles you overcome.
So my name is Gianni. I'm so happy to be here today and have a chance to talk to you. Basically, I started Girls Socially almost 5 years ago. It's been like 4 years and 7 months, so about to hit the 5-year mark. And I started with social media management, and then the following year, I introduced the talent management portion of my business. So I work with content creators and get them brand deals with like really cool brands. And internships along the way. I've offered more offers along the way, such as like strategy calls, consulting, and that has led me now to this point of the agency.
No, that's amazing. And you're from USF?
Yes, I went to USF and graduated in 2019 and stayed in Tampa ever since.
I love that.
Yeah.
And are you kind of fielding your interns from USF?
Yeah, I am. I'm still really plugged into that community. I was in Greek life and I was involved in that, and I just had like on-campus jobs, and so I still utilize my network there as an alum to get interns. I've had, I want to say, about 5 rounds of interns, so I usually get interns for fall and spring, and it's really nice. You know, usually marketing students, they're in their junior or senior year of college, and they're really looking for just some hands-on experience, so I get to offer that to them through Girls Socially.
Yeah, they're passionate, they're hungry, and you're also a mentor.
Yeah, they're hungry to learn, right? So I think it's just a really cool experience to get to that. I remember when I was in college, it was so hard to really get a good internship experience. It was far and few between, you know, so I think it's really important that they get that early on in their career so they can, you know, add that to their resume and keep building on those skills that they learn.
I love that so much. So in this terms of digital marketing, influencer marketing, what drew you to that?
So influencer marketing, it was, you know, the time where TikTok was really, really popular, and I kind of saw a gap. I was like, these creators have managers. I want to learn more about that, you know? It was, obviously there was talent managers at that time. There's been talent managers for like decades because celebrities have talent managers. So I kind of tapped into that, kind of did my own research. Again, not a lot out there right now, even still to this day. I don't think there's a lot on talent management. But I had a friend who's she's in my roster now, and she was a micro influencer. I guess she still is considered a micro influencer, but I just saw a lot of potential in her, so we connected over TikTok. I DM'd her, hey, are you looking for management? She said yes. I am interested, actually. I'm looking for that. And I was like, hey, I'm willing, like, would you want to do this with me, right? It's my first time, right? So it'll be a learning experience for you and I both. And now now it's 2025 and she's still a client. And now I've grown my roster to 7 influencers. So it's really, really nice. You know, I like to keep it very small and close-knit. I like to be very intentional about the talent that I sign. And I have a niche, right? They're usually females in the lifestyle, fashion, beauty space, because I find that that's the brand connections that I have most like referrals to, right? Rather than someone who is like in the gaming industry,
right.
I probably wouldn't be the best fit for them, and I always try to keep that in mind. So yeah, I love that. It's really fun. Like recently, we just signed a brand deal with the Honey Pot Co. with Dove. She went to the US Open on Sunday in New York, which is super, super cool with Dove. So it's just really fun, and it's different, you know? So,
That's amazing. I love that you're kind of keeping your brand close to your heart.
Yeah, 100%. I try to be very, like, again, intentional, but just always try to keep, like, what I don't want to, I guess, scale or grow too fast where it becomes a little bit out of reach or out of, like, I've lost its personal touch of what makes Girls Socially, what I think makes it special, right?
Exactly.
It's like, it's small, it's boutique sized, you know, something that's really important to me.
Mm-hmm. Starting out your business, what was the biggest hurdle to kind of overcome? I know there's so many.
I know. I like, honestly, there's just so many marketing agencies and good marketing agencies, like on top of that, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's hard. Like the competition is it's real and it's out there, and you really have to prove to yourself to a client why you're worth it, right? Like what is gonna make you stand out. So again, for me, I really do think it's that we're close knit. Like I really only focus on female founders, right, or like female focused businesses. I feel like I understand the target market the most, right? So I can speak to their pain points, symptoms, desires, all of those really fun things that marketers know. So I feel like very close. So that's one thing, right? And then the other thing is the grow method. It's kind of like my signature framework, if you will, and it's pretty simple. To be honest, I'll just run it through with you really quickly. But
please, I'd love to hear it. The method behind the Girl Socially madness.
And it's basically step one is you discover your glow, right? It's kind of a play on words, Girl Socially, so discover your glow. That's really basically an in-depth brand questionnaire where I ask them, what makes you stand out? Like why did you start your business? What are your services about? What's your mission? What's your values? All of those things. Like all as marketers, these are just questions that you should know for your client or the business that you're trying to promote. And then step two is create your glow. So that's just content creation, right? We're going to create content that is captivating and engaging. And then step three is just we're going to refine and amplify that process. And then it's pretty much a rinse and repeat process over and over again. And I feel like it works because it's pretty manageable and flexible to any industry. So it's a nice standard and flow to follow, pretty much.
Yeah, and it also gives you, as the business owner, structure.
Yeah, and I'm a big structure person.
You have to be.
I'm a really big type A kind of person.
I mean, how could you not? With 7, talent to kind of follow, manage, and schedules.
Yeah, plus marketing clients too.
Yeah, exactly.
So I try to divide my days, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are marketing days, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are talent management days.
Yeah.
Obviously, life happens, so sometimes it's not a perfect schedule like that, but I have A and B days for the different sectors of the business.
I love that.
Yeah.
We kind of mentioned that the 3-hour blocks is like my method, and yours is like the days. I love that.
Yeah.
Everyone each their own. And as two marketing girlies, let's break down how you came up with the name. I love your website. It's so crisp and clean. Everyone go check that out right now. The images are great. But yes, let's talk about the brand.
So I have a best friend. She's still my best friend to this day. Her name is Sarah. Shout out to Sarah.
Shout out Sarah.
But her name, she wanted to do this marketing thing with me, and I was thinking, what can I do? My name starts with a G. Obviously, her name starts with an S for Sarah. Girl Socially just came to mind one day. I remember I was in my college apartment, and I was like, oh my goodness, this might be. But then she's like, I don't actually want to do it. I don't have the need to You have to have a drive to be a business owner and entrepreneur. You need to be very disciplined and focused and hungry,
mentally and maybe actually someday.
And she told me, she's like, I don't think it's for me, and I'm like, hey, no harsh feelings. Honestly, it's better that she told me then. So that's how I kind of came with that name, Girl Socially. It is probably my favorite. I just love the name. I don't think I'll ever change the name. It's fitting. It sticks, I think.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm proud of that one. That is something I'm proud of.
Yeah, it's your baby.
It is a baby.
Well, now she's 5. She's going to kindergarten.
She's a toddler. There's been a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah. She's learned to walk.
She's talking.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
So let's kind of talk about all that Tampa's given you. It's given you a degree. It's given you clients. We're close to an airport, and there's so many business opportunities.
Yeah, I love Tampa.
Yes.
I think the market in Tampa is really, really, really a really good place to be in. And I have a few Tampa clients, like businesses, but I would love to obviously expand and grow on that. I have some other clients in Texas and New York, and other states like that, but would love to really grow my Tampa community with business owners. I have a nail salon who is in Tampa, which I love that. And then I just signed a hair salon client also here in Tampa, so also love that. It's really exciting because it's so nice because of course I can offer them more service and be of more support because I could hop on by, capture content here and there, whereas clients who of course are in other states, it's a little bit harder to coordinate that,
And the face-to-face is always game-changing.
It's really built a really deeper connection and a relationship with my in Tampa in-person clients because again, I can see them all the time,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. And is there any advice you give out to someone who's maybe working their 9 to 5, needs a little inspiration, is get out there, start their own business?
Yeah. Start messy.
Start messy.
Start messy, but start. I have changed the way that I've my business, the packages. I've changed the names of the packages. I've changed internal systems because I'm like, that workflow didn't really work for me. The logo, I've changed my logo before already once. When I first started for the first year or two, it was completely different than what it looks like now. So just start messy. It's never going to be perfect, right? But as long as you start messy, take messy action, and then you can go from there. But at least you've started. And getting started is often the hardest part, I think, in my time. Like, when I first started, I just started with social media management.
Yeah.
I didn't start with talent management. I didn't start with consulting. I didn't start with strategy calls. I only started with social media management. And now, almost 5 years later, I have like a full offer suite, with multiple services to meet the clients and business owners like where they're at. So I feel like that's been just my biggest advice. Just start. Honestly.
Just start.
Literally.
Start, evolve, and grow.
Yeah. You learn from what's worked, what hasn't worked, and just go from there.
I love that. And where can everyone find you, Gianni?
Yeah, you can find me at girlsocially.com. That's my website. And then on Instagram, I'm Girl Socially. So that's GirlSocially. And then my email is just Gianni@girlsocially.com.
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I know Girl Socially is going to go so far. I can't wait for your 10, 15, 20, and all the years to come. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome. That was great. It's going to be so great.